Eighth graders, this is to help you with question 4 on CR30. It says, though the New York Yankees did not make it to the World Series in 2012, they held the best league record in the American League. And then they give you a chart that shows you they won 51 home games, lost 30 home games. They won 44 away games, lost 34 away games. It says, of the away games, so for right now, I'm just going to look at the away games. What percent did the Yankees win? Okay, so at this point, I only want to focus on the away games. I'm going to also get a total column here because I need to know what the total away games were. So if I do 44 plus 37, I'll get my total away games. That gives me 81 total away games. So this is away games. In a minute, I might talk to you about home games. I might talk to you about overall games. But for right now, the question just asks about the away games. So what percent did the Yankees win for the away games? So we want the part they won out of the total they played. And that we'll convert that to what percent if they had played 100 away games. Like how many out of, if they had played 100 games, tells us our percent. So we want the ones that the Yankees won. So here's 44 is how many away games they won out of a total of 81 away games. I got to now convert that to a percent. Either on your calculator, you could do 44 divided by 81 and multiply by 100. So I can show you that method, or you figure out 81 times what is 100. So you'd have to take 100 divided by 81. And it's a crazy repeating decimal. No, not repeating decimal. It's just a crazy decimal. So it's this long decimal, 1.2345679, blah, 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 blah. So then I hit the back and forth arrow, and it told me that's really 1 and 19 over 81. So I got to multiply 81 by 1 and 19 over 81, which means I'd have to multiply 44 by 1 and 19 over 81. So let's see. So they won 54.32 away games. So they're rounding it to the nearest. Of the away games. So of the 44 away games, about 54% of the away games they won. So of the away games. Oh, okay. Maybe they mean of the 80. Oh, no. 54 is the answer. 81 games. Of the away games, what percent did the Yankees win? I guess they won 44 games, which was 54% of the away games. You could have been asked about the home games. If you were asked about the home games, you would have to get a total for the home games and set up something similar. You could have been asked about overall percentage of wins. Then you'd have to get the total wins for home and away, the total losses for home and away, add those up and work with that total. But this gives you a general idea. You see what row of the table they're asking about. You get the total, part out of total equals percent out of 100 from last year. Or on your calculator, you literally at this point, sorry, this is getting long, part over total. At this point, you could have done on your calculator, if it's 44 out of 81, you could have on your calculator done 44 divided by 81. You'll get about 0.543. And then you could take that 0.543 and multiply it by 100. And that's how you could come up with about 53%, about 54%. So those are your options. You could either just divide this right out on your calculator and multiply by 100 or set up a proportion. Hope that helps.